Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Conlord for YouTube. I'm here to do two videos today. I am going to do my Wincliffe Sanitarium video next, but I'm here to review the movie Son, starring Andy Matichak. This movie is about an occult who seemingly is trying to possess Laura slash Ann's son. Or Annie, I should say. And you might say, well, who's Laura slash Annie? That is the character Andy Matichak is playing. Now, for a subplot of this, Andy Matichak's character is apparently a victim of a sex ring, a pedophile ring. But that is just a ploy and a cover for what's really going on. What's really going on is that this woman, Laura slash Annie, played by Andy Matichak, is part of a ceremony that a cult committed for the devil to have sex with her. And if you've seen Rosemary's Baby, you know the plot. Pretty much that's what this movie is. Son, in every way, shape, and form, is a retelling basically of two films, or a modern day take of two films. One, Rosemary's Baby, because you have the premonition like dreams, you have the nightmares, sort of like a Rosemary's Baby did. And two, in The Omen, you might say, well, where does The Omen come into play? Because The Omen, they didn't have sex with a woman, they replaced the woman and guy's baby with the Antichrist baby. In the end of The Omen, the father is killed in order to preserve him from killing Damien, the Antichrist. And that's exactly what David, who is the Antichrist, who's the son of the devil, is. He's the Antichrist. He's the son of the devil. So Andy Matichak goes back to where this all started. Her character does anyway. Laura slash Annie goes back to where this all started, where the ritual took place, and she threatens to kill the child if the devil does not appear. Well, the devil does indeed appear, but so do the cops. And, my wife called this. This was a little too obvious, where the cop was always handing around Andy Matichak's character after she calls the cops, one cop in particular. She said, I bet the cop's in on it. I said, yeah, I bet so too. And guess what? The cop was. The cop shoots Andy Matichak's character in the face. Shoots her right in the eye, killing her. Killing her character, I should say. Craziness. But, so they take the kid, you're thinking, okay, was this all really going on? Because I think that's where they do a good job for the most part of this movie. They do try to convince you this is all inside her head. But here's where here's where the Omen-like ending comes into full effect. They've killed the mother, right? Just like they killed the father in The Omen. The cop shooting, okay? Now, in The Omen, it was done in a church. In this, it wasn't done in a church. It was done in a bedroom someplace. So, a satanic bedroom, I would say, if you want to dare call it that. If you want to call it that. Now, the cop who shoots Laura slash Annie, played by Andy Matichak, is at the hospital with the child. He cuts open his arm and gives him a piece of meat out of his own arm. And he tells him, I'm here to protect you. And look who it is. It's your father. And he hugs Lucifer, Satan. And no, that part's not in The Omen, but it's pretty much, if you watch The Omen, Damien turns around, like, look at the camera, like, look at me. And when the son of Satan hugs Lucifer, it's almost like he's saying, look at me, I'm covered in blood, I'm the Antichrist. So, is Son well shot and well written? Yes, it is. I'm not going to say it's not. It is well acted. Andy Matichak does do a fabulous job, but For me, this is what I cannot stand. I really was hoping for some deep originality. And here, I'm not going to sit here and say they threw the film together. They didn't. They did write it well. Um, but I really ultimately feel this is just a retelling of two films coming together. That's what I feel ultimately Son is. And, am I going to give it a lower grade than maybe what I should? Probably, but for my money, and again, this movie is only $6.99 if you do the SD. If you do uh, the HD, it's $7.99. So no, you're not paying a ton for this movie. Keep in mind, I will give them that. They kept the price down. I'll give them that. But I love the psychology of the film. It's good. But again, something my wife was pointing out too, that you could see, you saw a lot of some of the things coming. And again, if you've seen The Omen, if you've seen Rosemary's Baby, which I have and she has too, that's really the trouble with this film, that they do too much to try to channel both films, and you see some of the things coming. I love the premonition sequences because those are a bit from Rosemary's Baby, but they are, in a sense, their own in their own right. Again, I'm going to give this movie a 6 out of 10. It is a good watch, don't get me wrong. It's not a bad film. I just feel, if you're going to pay money to see any movie, I want a movie that's truly its own film. And all I feel they were doing with this, with the movie Son, was taking Rosemary's Baby and The Omen and really mashing the two together. I'm not saying the movie was thrown together or just, bam, they smacked the two together to make them one film. But at the end of the movie, that's sort of what it feels like. That they were making Rosemary's Baby and The Omen one film, and they call it Son. David is the Antichrist. In Rosemary's Baby, she has the devil's son, the devil's child. In Son, Andy Matichek's character has the devil's child. Now, he's not a baby. He starts off a baby, but he becomes a small boy. Just like in the movie Damien, yes, Damien starts off a baby because they killed the human baby or replaced him. But this baby isn't replaced. This baby is literally the seed of the devil in Son. And, well, he is a little boy. And you can take it from there. That's my review of the movie Son. You can go check it out if you want to. It is on VOD. Again, I've listed the prices. So it stars Andy Matichek, who gives a really good performance. Again, I like the performances. I like the visual effects. They're very good. The psychology is good. It's just, again, for my money, I don't just want a retelling of two films. And ultimately, by the end of this film, that's exactly what it felt like. Hope you enjoyed this review. I got another video to record. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.